Animals, whether wild or domesticated, are often seen on farms. Because animals are difficult to control, it's not possible for you to completely exclude them from entering fields or packing houses. However, you must take appropriate measures to minimize the potential for biological hazards from animal feces to contaminate produce or contaminate areas where produce handling activities occur. A good way to understand how animals may enter your farm and contaminate your produce is to monitor and evaluate your farm and adjacent land. When you do this, you'll want to look for factors that increase risk, such as where animals and manure are kept, and determine if runoff could be washed into your field, packing house, or places with heavy foot traffic. You may also want to note if there are any bodies of water, trees, bushes, or tall grass that might attract wildlife, or if your farm is on a migration path. By knowing where fecal contamination may come from, you'll be able to prioritize your efforts to prevent cross-contamination. One method to prevent wildlife from entering your farm is to use deterrents such as decoys, fencing, and netting, or noise or tactile repellents. You could also use falconry or relocation, but keep in mind that you are handling animals that could introduce more risk. Please note that the Produce Safety Rule does not authorize the taking of threatened or endangered species or suggest that growers should destroy or clear animal habitats. Rather, it encourages growers to use co-management practices that minimize fecal and microbiological contamination while simultaneously conserving soil, water, air, wildlife, and other natural resources. Co-management practices could include planting hedgerow vegetation or having bare ground buffers that allow you to easily monitor for animals. Although wildlife is the most difficult to control, growers should also be aware that domesticated animals such as dogs, cats, or livestock also can be sources of contamination. If you use domesticated animals to prevent wildlife from contaminating your produce or use them as working animals, then you must maintain a system that controls animal feces and litter. And remember, when addressing animal contamination, it's necessary that you conduct a documented worker training session that covers practices like washing hands and how to conduct pre-harvest and harvest assessments that will minimize the likelihood of cross-contamination. To learn more about how to conduct a pre-harvest and harvest assessment and what to do if you see or suspect contamination, please check out our other videos.